Okay, so the holidays are over and you have extra seasonal candles. What do you do with them? Or you have a line of candles that you've created and a couple of them just aren't resonating with your customers. What do you do with them? In this video, I'm going to go through some of the steps that we take to offload that extra inventory. Okay, so the first idea is probably the one that makes the most sense for most people, and that's just to run a sell. Run a sell because there's going to be someone that did enjoy that scent or they liked that line of candles that you put out, and they would be the ones that would want to buy those. So that's why it's important to have an email list so that you can then contact everyone on your email list, let them know you're running a sale, and that may catch the eye of someone. We have a few candles that don't necessarily sell great, but if we needed to get rid of a lot of them. We know some customers that just love that candle. So whether it's here in the shop or at markets, I always say to collect email addresses. So emailing a sale is obviously a way to offload some of these. And you've got to run a deep sale. So for instance, I was holding this up. So this is what we do at the end of our holiday sale or at the end of our holiday season. So we're running buy two, get one free. So we're not making a lot of money on that. Again, you got to make sure you're pricing your candles right so you can at least run a sale and at least the goal is to at least break even when you're trying to just clear out inventory so you can get some of that money back that you can reinvest it into new fresh products. So even though it's hard to like take the loss, it's better than your candle just sitting, right? Sitting on a shelf somewhere and not moving. So think about that. Just get some money back that you can then reinvest into a scent that is going to do even better for you. And don't feel like just because a scent didn't sell that you've done something wrong. So when we first started, we had a fresh linen candle that I absolutely loved, and it's probably the reason why Chad does all of our creating of our scents and not me. I loved it. Everyone that I sampled it to were just like, yeah, it's fine, it's whatever. It was just a fresh linen scent that is just something I really like. The supplier doesn't carry it anymore, if that tells you anything. Apparently, the dislike of that resonated with a lot of people, but I loved it, so it was in our original collection, and we had tons of these. But there's going to be a couple customers that do like it, and so you can run a sale to get rid of a lot of that stuff. But you got to go deep, 10%, 15%, 25%. That's not going to do it. You're going to have to do like buy two, get one free. That way we can then get rid of several at a time. That's one great way to do it. You can also do mystery boxes. So one of the things you can do is buy a candle, receive a mystery candle, right? And so then when that entices people because people love a good mystery thing. Even I remember growing up, and I'm aging myself now, but like 30 years ago, like we would be in a random gift shop and they would just have a random like paper bag that was stapled closed and it'll say like boys or girls on it or something like that. And it was like $2. And then I would beg my parents to buy me one and they'd buy me one and I'd open it up and it was just a random collection of little things. And most likely it's stuff that store wants to get rid of that they've just made too much of. So there's gonna be a pencil in there and a bookmark and maybe a piece of candy and a figurine of some sort, right? Those mystery bags. And you can do the same thing with your candles where, buy a candle, get a mystery candle, buy two candles, get a mystery. And promote it that we have a surplus of inventory that we want to get rid of. And if you buy a candle today or this weekend, that you're going to be giving them an additional one completely free. So that's one way because people aren't going to be upset about something that is free. And people like to participate in that kind of stuff as well. So run a really deep discount, do a mystery sale. So the second way that you can get rid of your surplus candles is donate them. Now, be strategic about how you donate them. Donate them to fundraisers or through sponsorships of events that's going to get your name out there. So not just calling up a nonprofit and saying, hey, would you like these candles? It's, hey, you have this event going on. I have these extra candles. Would you like me to make a donation to go into a gift basket that you're going to raffle off, right? There's always something going on in the community, whether it's raising money for a family or for a sports team or for an organization. There's so many ways to donate your product and get your name out there. So we'll donate some candles and we'll also include a business card or something to go along with it and make sure that we have our website and all of that on there. And a lot of times you'll get them to post about you. Thank you so much, Garden and Beacon Candle Company, for your donation. And they're posting it on social media and they're tagging us. And then we're going to start getting some followers and some customers that way. So donating that is a great way of getting your name out there. So it's going to obviously cost you some of the money that you have tied up in the product itself, but It's very cheap advertising. You can also use it as an in-kind donation for a sponsorship. So if there is a sponsorship opportunity for an event, say there's a softball tournament going on in your town this weekend, and they are looking for sponsors, right? And oh, I can be a sponsor of this event, which is going to get me some publicity there. And what I'm going to do, and I don't have the $500 in cash to give to be the sponsor, but I can give you that much in product, in my retail value of my product. So think about it that way. And you can do this at all different levels of, a $100 donation, $500 donation. They're called in-kind donations, which is I'm giving you my products or my services instead of cash. So that's a sponsorship opportunity is a great way to do that. Also, keep in mind when you're donating or doing one of these sponsorships, these can be tax write-offs if your company is set up the right way. So that's something to think about as well. Okay, so the third way that you can get rid of extra surplus inventory is reward your loyal customers. So here at Gardens and Beacon, we have what we call the Leading Lights program, and it is our top customers. And in fact, inside of our membership, we actually go through like exactly like kind of how we do this. But it is where we reward them every year. At the end of the year, we will write a letter and send that to our top X amount of customers. The last year we did 30. I think this year we're doing 40. As we grow as a business, we want to grow our leading lights, is what we call them. And so essentially what we do is we send them a candle with a letter. And in that letter, we explain what we've done this year. Hey, we were able to donate this much money to these organizations based on your support of us. And we want to thank you for that. So here is a candle just to show our appreciation for you. And also here is a discount card for you to use in all of 2025, whichever year, for you to use. This is a really good, I'm getting kind of off topic here, but this is a really good way to build up a really, really strong customer base that will just continuously shop with you. Because when you surprise someone with something, they're instantly more loyal to you. And they want to get behind your mission and your brand. So that's what we have done the last few years. And it's just grown. Our first year, I think we had a dozen people that supported us to a level that we were like, oh yeah, let's make them a leading light. And then we went to like 30 last year, and like I said, we're probably going to do I think like 40 this year. We have more stores now. It's going to change. Not all of them are going to be able to support you this year the way they did last year. Financial reasons change. They move, they relocate, they find something else. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why someone might not be able to support you as much, but I tell you what, the giving them a discount that they can use on every single purchase that they make with us is huge. And that just gets us business, you know, tenfold back for sure. So we definitely make more money on giving away all those candles. Cause of course we have the candle, the materials and the cost of goods in that. We ship them out. We don't have the capacity to like drive these places. We wouldn't just show up at someone's house. Now that we're a brick and mortar business. So we've got their addresses because they've ordered from us multiple times. And so we will mail them a candle. So, and there's expense wrapped up in that. So essentially, if we're going to have 40 of these that we're going to give away, so you think it's going to cost us about $8 each to ship those. So that's $320. And then I also got 40 candles that say $6 a pop, another 240. So we've got several $100s wrapped up in that. Say we've got $600 wrapped up into putting this Leading Lights program together. We also print off like business card style discount cards for them, and so that's going to be an extra expense. So say we put $700 into this, and we just ship this out to 40 people. As long as each of those people spend $15 with us, this next year, it would cover itself. But these Leading Lights people that we are gifting this kind of program for this next year or two, these are people that have spent like over $400 or $500 with us. So we know we're going to get our money back. And some, because now we've built trust with them, and they want to support us as a business because they see what good we're doing, not only in our community, but also like by gifting them this. So that is a way, and you don't have to. When we first started this, we were still making candles out of our kitchen. We gave it to our top customers that were out of market. So they'd only purchased from us, say, one time, and they bought 3 of our candles, and it was $78. And I got their email address because I always get their email addresses at markets, and I send them an email. If I don't have their home address, I send them an email saying, hey, you were one of our top customers this year. I really want to thank you so much for your support. We have a gift for you. Do you mind if I mail that to you? Just send me your email, or email me your home address, and I will get this emailed out to you. Again, thank you so much. So give them kind of the details of, hey, I've got something for you, but don't ruin the entire surprise. So that's how we do it whenever we don't have a brick and mortar store, or we weren't set up, or we weren't as active online to where we are now. Now inside of Shopify, I usually just run a report, and most likely I have their address. If not, I will reach out to them by email, get their address, and get these sent out to you. So really easy way of offloading some candles, and people love free stuff, and people love feeling part of a community. So having them as your like leading light is a fantastic way of getting rid of some candles. Okay, and then my last way of getting rid of your candles is just to save them. If they're seasonal, candles, just save them for next season. It is okay. If we made too many fall candles and it's now into season, we got to get rid of our fall candles. If I can't sell them, I can't offload them because people are now thinking spring, summer, and they don't want my apple and cinnamon candle. I'll save them for next year. So they will be totally fine. Just store them in a climate controlled environment. Don't go and put them in a storage unit that can get down to negative degrees and up to 100. Just put them in a closet. Make sure that they're sealed up so that you're not getting any dust and debris in them, and save them. You're gonna be just fine. The ones that you're gonna want to keep an eye on are gonna be those things that are heavy vanilla that might start to change, color. Even though that it doesn't really ruin the color, it just aesthetically just doesn't look as pleasing. So that's something to keep in mind. But you can just save them. In fact, so what we do is in the season is in the fall candles is an example of this because we still get people year round that want those fall candles. Okay, so we will pull them out of our store, but we will still have them on our website, and they will still sell year round. Our toasted vanilla fall candle, we sell it year round. People buy that all the time. So we always have that. So even though I might not have it in my store on display, or I might not have it on my front page of my website because that's not the in thing right now. If you go to like collections, go to the drop down, you'll see my seasonal candles, and you'll still be able to buy them if they're in stock. Once they're out of stock, I will not remake them for the season, until the season comes, because that's just a kind of a waste of time and production time. And so, but if I still have them and they're for sale, absolutely, I'm not going to stop selling it just because it's in the season. So that's another way of doing it. And we found that some people just love those year-round scents. So our Woodland Wonder candle, it is going to be like that Fraser fir, that pine, the eucalyptus, winter Christmas type of candle. People love that year-round, especially if they've bought that candle from us. They love it, and as long as it's cold, people are really buying it. And then we're going to get the random people that are going to buy it in the middle of the summer too. So don't think just because in the season that you can't sell the candle. We just don't. We don't promote it. We're not going to post it on social media, of course. Nothing like that. We're going to be on to what's hot. So that's 4 ways that we get rid of our extra inventory. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Comment below. Let me know of ways that you get rid of your extra inventory, and then we can trade ideas in the community. Also, come hang out with us in Candle Business Pro. Have a great day.